If you've recently found yourself in the middle of a reading slump, I'm here to tell you that it's going to be okay. Hey bookworms, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Indigo, and today's video is going to be a little different. So instead of a library haul or a reading vlog, I decided to talk about the dreaded reading slump. A couple months ago, I found myself in the middle of a reading slump. It was not fun. I did manage to read a couple books and I did get myself out of it gently, but one of the big things that stuck with me was how that whole experience shifted my views on reading and how I identify as a reader. It taught me a couple things, and I want to share some of those things with you guys and help you realize that it's okay, it gets better, you're still a reader, and yeah, it's not the end of the world. One of the things I realized is that reading slumps can happen to anyone. It doesn't matter if you read 50 plus books per year or if you read 5 books per year. They can happen to anyone. And when that happens, you need to remember that you are not a bad reader. You are not falling behind. You are human. And sometimes humans need to take breaks, even from the things they enjoy. And that leads me to my second realization during my last reading slump, and that was it's okay to take a break. It's okay to rest. We don't talk enough about how much energy reading can actually take. It's not just scanning books on a page or having an audiobook in the background. It's emotional engagement. It takes time, it takes focus, it takes energy. And sometimes you need a break from that. You might not want to hear it, but sometimes you need a break. And taking that break, I learned that that is not failure, that is self-awareness. Just like a runner would take a break after a race, or a musician takes a break after practicing their instruments, readers need a break too, and that is okay. And when taking that break, it's important to remember that your reading identity is safe. I know it's easy to start spiraling. Your TBR pile is growing, you haven't read in weeks, you are seeing people on social media post their reading successes, you see them posting about the new releases that they're enjoying, and you kind of feel like you're missing out, or that something's wrong with you for not being able to enjoy your hobby as much. But I want you to hear this. You are still a reader. Taking a break, being in a reading slump does not change that. Your identity is not tied to a number or a Goodreads goal, or whether or not you finished a book this week, this month. Being a reader is something that you carry with you. It's a part of you, even in the in-between. Now, if you are ready to gently reconnect with reading, I do have some tips, some things that I've done, but I suggest trying these only if you enjoy them. Only give it a try if it feels good. One of the first things I did was to switch up my reading format. I typically read physical books, so I decided to dive more into audiobooks. I don't have anything against audiobooks. I've never had anything against audiobooks, but they just weren't for me for a while. And when I found myself in a bit of a slump and I wanted to gently get myself back into reading without feeling overwhelmed, audiobooks were a really big help. My second suggestion is to try some bite-sized reading. Read some short stories, a novella, something that is short and sweet. Something that isn't overwhelming. I know for me, when I'm coming out of a reading slump or I'm trying to get back into reading after a break. I don't want to read a 300-400 plus page book. I find myself looking for short stories, and that really helps because once you finish the book, you have a sense of accomplishment and it makes you want to pick up another book. My third suggestion is to revisit an old favorite. For me, I like revisiting old favorites because it's getting back into reading without any pressure. There's no expectations. I already know the story. I already know it's going to be good because it's an old favorite. And it's a low pressure way of diving back into reading because you don't have to worry about your expectations not being met, and it could help reignite your love of that author or that genre or that style of writing. So yeah, revisiting old favorites has always been a win for me. My fourth suggestion is to try to join a few reading sprints. Now, this is something you can do online or in person. You can do this with friends or strangers. What you do is you gather up a group of people and you read for about 25-30 minutes, maybe even 45 minutes, and then you have a 10 or 15 minute break where you can chat about your book, get a snack, do whatever. I like participating in virtual reading sprints. I like to go on TikTok and scroll and see if I can find a live reading sprint, and I like to join in and talk to the host and see what other people are reading. It's really fun. It creates a sense of community. So that's something that I've really enjoyed, and it's something that I've started doing recently. And yeah, it's really helpful, and it's a fun way of gently getting yourself back into the groove of reading. And my fifth and final suggestion is something that you might not want to hear, but that is to do something else. Sometimes falling back in love with reading requires not chasing it. You might not want to hear it, but do something else. Explore some of your other hobbies. Figure out a new hobby that you might enjoy. Go outside, go for a walk. I don't know, but try something else. Sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves that the transition from being in a break to getting back into the groove of things is just filled with just so much pressure, and it's not fun, and that's not how you're going to fall back in love with reading. I really think that sometimes falling back in love with reading really requires you not chasing it. I do want to reiterate, only give these little tidbits of advice a try if they are enjoyable. I don't want you to put pressure on yourself and try to push through things that you're not enjoying. If any advice that I'm sharing in this video does not resonate with you, that is okay. You are an individual, you are your own person, and just try to find a way to get back into reading that works for you. If there's anything that I want you to get out of this video, it is that you are not falling behind, and your books will always be there for you. There's no race, there's no deadline. Reading is not a competition sport. No one is going to come and take your library card away from you. And it doesn't matter if it's been 5 days or 5 months, the books you love will be waiting for you. And when you're ready, it will feel like magic all over again. But yes, that is it for today's video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If it resonated with you, please share it with a friend that you think might need a little bit of help accepting or understanding their reading slump and may be ready to gently get back into reading. I would love to hear from you guys. How do you handle your reading slumps? Do you feel like a failure? Do you allow yourself to just embrace it and fall back into reading naturally? I would love to hear from you. Hopefully you guys no longer feel like a failure. But yes, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below. And I will talk to you beautiful, amazing, spectacular people in my next video. Bye guys.